Thunder booms overhead, shaking you out of your thoughts. High above, dark clouds encircle the distant mountain peak. You get an ominous feeling in your gut as you gaze up at it. You have discovered the mountain. You find yourself standing in the high grass, surrounded by flat plains on all sides. Though the mountain, forest, and lake are all visible from here, they seem quite distant. You've discovered the plains. An imp wings out of the sky and attacks. You are fighting the imp, level 1. An imp is short, only a few feet tall. An unkempt mane of shaggy black hair hangs from his head, parted by two short curved horns. His eyes are solid black, save for tiny red irises which glow with evil intent. His skin is bright red, and unencumbered by clothing or armor, save for a small loincloth at his belt. His feet are covered by tiny wooden sandals, and his hands tipped with sharp claws. The pair of tiny but functional wings occasionally flap from his back. You see he is in perfect health. 100% HP. You slash your putty pass. The imp definitely seems to be enjoying the show. Plus 7.2 Lust. You see the imp make sudden and arcane gestures at you. You feel strangely warm. You open your comfortable clothes, revealing your pussy. The imp definitely seems to be enjoying the show. Plus 7.2 Lust. You see the imp make sudden and arcane gestures at you. Blood rushes to your groin as a surge of arousal hits you, making your knees weak. The imp's skin remains flushed with the beginnings of arousal. You slash your firm pass. The imp seems unimpressed. The imp wounds you. 10 damage. You lift your top, exposing your hand-filling tips to the imp. You shake them from side to side enticingly. The imp definitely seems to be enjoying the show. Plus 5.6 Lust. The imp wounds you. 10 damage. The imp's eyes constantly dart over your most sexual parts, betraying his lust. You open your comfortable clothes, revealing your loose, moist cooter. The imp definitely seems to be enjoying the show. Plus 5.6 Lust. The imp staggers you with the force of his claw slash. 13 damage. You slash your firm bottom. The imp seems unimpressed. You see the imp make sudden and arcane gestures at you. Blood rushes to your groin as a surge of arousal hits you, making your knees weak. You continue to display your moist cooter. Tease skill leveled up to 1. The imp seems unimpressed. The imp staggers you with the force of his claw slash. 19 damage. You continue revealing your snatch. The imp definitely seems to be enjoying the show. Plus 7.2 Lust. You see the imp make sudden and arcane gestures at you. Arousal hits you, making your knees weak. The imp is having trouble moving due to the rigid protrusion in his groin. You lift your top, exposing your breasts to the imp. You shake them from side to side enticingly. Your erect nipples seem to demand his attention. The imp seems unimpressed. You see the imp make sudden and arcane gestures at you. Images of yourself flirting and fucking the imp assault your mind, unnaturally arousing you. Your loose walk dampens perceptibly. You keep shaking your tits from side to side enticingly. The imp seems unimpressed. You see the imp make sudden and arcane gestures at you. Images of yourself flirting and fucking the imp linger inside of your mind. You show of your cunt. The imp seems unimpressed. You see the imp make sudden and arcane gestures at you. The images linger still. You open your comfortable clothes, revealing your moist cooter. The imp definitely seems to be enjoying the show. Plus 8 Lust. You see the imp make sudden and arcane gestures at you. Images of yourself flirting and fucking the imp assault your mind, unnaturally arousing you. Your loose, moist fuck hole dampens perceptibly. You sink to the ground, to overcome lust and desire to fight. The imp smiles, the wicked look glinting in his eyes. He drops his loincloth to reveal a hardening cock. Your eyes bulge a bit as it grows ... and grows ... and grows. That imp has a 12-inch cock ... and he's walking toward you. Your snatch practically juices itself in anticipation, and you find yourself spreading your legs in preparation. He smiles and presses his cock against your cooter. Your lust-driven mind is speechless, leaving you panting and moaning like a horn. He plunges in violently, ramming his infernal prick into the hilt, leaving you gasping in pain and surprise. He leaves it there, giving you a second to get used to him, and then begins fucking you hard, slapping your ass every few thrusts to remind you who is in charge. The rough fucking becomes more and more pleasurable as time passes. You moan loudly and loudly with each thrust, hips squeezing around the demon cock, relishing the feeling of fullness. Before long you cannot help but come all over him, moist vagina locking around his cock like a vice, muscles rippling, milking him for his cum. The imp's knobby shaft explodes inside you, pumping huge loads of hot demon seed inside you with each eruption. You swoon, feeling it fill your womb and distend your belly as the imp's orgasm fills you with an unnatural quantity of corrupted semen. With a sigh, he pulls his dick free, and you flop back on your back, cum surging out onto the ground from your well-fucked hole. You hope you don't become pregnant, but promptly lose consciousness before you can contemplate the prospect any further. You'll probably come to your senses in 8 hours or so,